Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha with Ice Cream Fitness here. It is time for part 3, the final part of the Monday Q&A. But hold on, let me give you guys a bicep shot first. Alright, first question. Would someone who has lifted naturally for 6 years with a bro split now benefit from going to a push-pull legs kind of split, or should they stick with the bro split now? All right, this comes down to personal preference in a lot of ways and what you enjoy doing. But I'm going to assume, since you asked the question, that you are willing to deviate away from the bro split. And push come to shove, as a drug-free lifter, frequency will always trump volume in giving you better progression and better hypertrophy. Now, within reason, once you start going beyond 2 or 3 times a week, okay, that isn't always true anymore, but if you're not hitting a muscle group hard and with direct tension at least 2 to 3 times a week, then you will always see better gains if you're on no drugs by increasing it to that. So in this case, obviously the push-pull legs is going to give you probably slightly faster progress than the bro split. But if you've been training hard for 6 years, you're not going to make much progress either way. So keep that in mind. You might not even notice a difference in progress because it's going to be so slow that if you gain 5 or 10% more muscle for 6 months, you won't notice a difference. But my advice would be to go with something that's higher frequency than the bro split if you are a natural. All right, next question. What is the craziest exercise you've seen someone do in a public gym? There was a guy at a Gold's I trained with, and I saw him do this at least once or twice a week for 6 or 7 months straight. And this was quite a long time ago, maybe 2002, if I had to guess, so 11 years ago. And this guy would come in, and he would come over to one of those hammer strength unilateral pull-down machines where they were independent, and he would basically put a 5-pound plate on each one, and he would do cardio on it, and he would do it like this, back and forth. And with the arms on it swinging, it looked like a big windmill. And he would do that for sets of around 100, and he would rest 30 seconds or so, 60 seconds, and then do another set of 100 or so. And he would do this. It's basically cardio, and it was just the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And then to top it off, when he was done with that, and he would always come in wearing like a Hawaiian print shirt, shorts, and sandals as he was training. And after he did that, he would get over on the T-bar row machine, and he would stand on the bar, and he would stand there and act like he was surfing on it and hold his balance, and he would surf on that thing for about 5 or 10 minutes after he did these windmill pull downs on the hammer strength machine. And that was the only stuff I would see him do. He would do that, and then he would go shower and go home. So that's pretty high on my list. I've seen a lot of ridiculous stuff, but that's definitely up there. All right, last question. How do people like Furious Pete, who do regular eating contests, eating 10,000 calories in 20 minutes, stay lean? Very simple. They don't eat in a caloric surplus for an extended period of time. You could walk in and eat 10,000 calories in a day once a week. If your maintenance was 3,500, if you ran an 1,000 calorie deficit the other 6 days before it, and you wouldn't gain any fat whatsoever as far as net fat gains for the week. So it's not an issue that they're gorging all that at once. It still comes down to net energy in and out balance over a period of time. And I know that for me, when I was always cutting, I would always save my refeed days for holidays and things. If I knew I was going to gorge on a giant Thanksgiving dinner or a giant Christmas dinner, particularly it's something like my dad's family, because the sheer amount of food they would have would be just mind-boggling. And yes, there are a couple of 400-pound people in my father's family, in addition to NFL players, power lifters, strength athletes, hammer throwers, shot putters. So everyone in my dad's family is either jacked as fuck or they are fat as fuck, with a few exceptions, but they all eat a lot. And so what I would do before I would go to their family dinners, I would fast all morning. So if it was going to be at 1 o'clock in the afternoon that we would start eating, because they would eat till 10 o'clock at night, I would be fasted. I would actually cut my food off the night before, get up fasted. I would go do high rep and high volume leg and back work so that I further depleted my glycogen stores. And then I would go do that and gorge myself and basically do a refeed, completely fasted and depleted when at one of these family gatherings, and end up gaining no net fat for the week. So that's also methods that can be used to do this, but in general it comes down to, just because they do this once a month or even once every 2 or 3 weeks, they can make those calories up on other days and still not gain any body fat. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you next time.